Alrighty guys, so this week's experiment is the iodine clock experiment. I have already gone ahead and mixed my two solutions here before I started the video here. So this is my solution B, this is my solution A, which is my vitamin C, this is my cornstarch and water. Now I heated it up and I filtered it through probably 5 coffee filters and it's still somewhat cloudy. So kind of nervous about that. I heated it up as well. I'm going to go ahead and add the iodine to solution A here, just because I think that it'd be cool to see, because in the video that when they add the iodine, they'll swirl it. It should return back to normal color. I think that'll give a good indication of how this experiment's going to go. So I'm adding it to solution A here. Good. And it still stayed clear, so that's a good sign. I'll try to do it up here. You can see I'm adding this color, and it is remaining clear, so that's good there. Yep, nothing's happening here. I'm just going to go ahead and finish the whole bottle here, just because mine's a 2% solution. So as you can see, no color was there. Alrighty. So now I have my two solutions here. And I'm going to add these two solutions together here, and hopefully we're going to get the reaction that is supposed to happen, right? So I'm going to add in this solution here. Alright, so I am going to put the camera down here, or I'll probably just hold it up here and see if anything actually happens here. Now in the video, it took about 30 seconds or so, depending on obviously what's going on, if you have the right measurements, so on and so forth. A couple different factors here for that change to occur. But while that's happening here, I kind of want to explain what's going on, or what's supposed to be going on. So there's actually two chemical reactions going on at the same time. When you combine the solutions during these reactions, two forms of iodine are created. So in the first reaction, iodine ions react with hydrogen peroxide to produce iodine element, which is blue, which is hopefully what this turns. But before that can actually happen, vitamin C quickly reacts and consumes the elemental iodine. The net result, at least for part of the time, is the solution remains colorless with excess of iodine ions being present. Now after a short time, so yeah, this is actually starting to change here. Cool. So now you can see it's that dark blue color that I mentioned before. That was pretty cool, actually. Sorry I didn't capture that there, but it happened right when I was explaining things. Now after a short time, as the reaction keeps proceeding in this fashion, the vitamin C gradually gets used up. Once the vitamin C is used up, which is what happened here just now, the solution turns blue, because now the iodine element and starch are present. So basically all of that vitamin C was used up. And that's what was kind of that reaction was taking place while I was explaining everything, and then just like that, it turned. And that took about 35-40 seconds, just like I thought it would here. So as you can see, I have a nice dark solution right there. So that's good news. I was a little concerned with this at first, because I couldn't find any distilled water. And in the instructions, we were told to only use distilled water, but apparently distilled water is worth more than gold in Wyoming right now, because every store that I went to was completely sold out of distilled water. So I went ahead and just used tap water. So I was a little apprehensive whether or not this is going to work, but it did. Basically what happened is that vitamin C was used up in that reaction, as those two reactions were taking place simultaneously. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I was also a little concerned with the solution B, which is the cornstarch solution, not being completely dissolved. As you can see, it's still pretty cloudy. He was able to get it to be pretty clear in the video, but apparently that doesn't make a huge difference here, because I still was able to get the reaction. And also, I didn't have exact measurements. I didn't have beakers like they had in the video. And so I was kind of guessing with a lot of my measurements here. And as you can see, I either did it pretty well, or it didn't make a huge difference because I still got the reaction that I wanted. Yeah, cleanup's pretty simple. I think this can all just be dumped down the drain.